So our heroes have found the relics, they've thwarted more plans, but they're still on the run from the Black Fang tribe, and they're heading back to town to try and rest, recuperate, buy a few things. They've got a lot of gold in their pockets. They each have a little bit of corruption. They have a lot of darkstone they need to get rid of, and none of them are ready to level up, although the U.S. Marshal is only about 200 experience points away from going up to level 5. But for now they are still a level 4 posse. So first thing to do is to see what size town they're going to. And I'm going to use my new dice corral. Somebody gave me this idea, and I took some old Barbie. I took the 3D print from the horse corral for someone's either Barbie or some kind of big doll. I shrunk them down, and then we'll see how they work during this adventure. But what size town? Oop, didn't work at all. Hold on. 2. Oh, they're going to a small town. Alright, so that means they each roll to see if they get a travel hazard. So on a 1, 2, or 3, they get a travel hazard. So the Bandito, no travel hazard. The Marshal, no travel hazard. The Lawman, no travel hazard. Saloon Girl, no travel hazard. No travel hazards. Okay. So they are on the small town. They're going to run like crazy, and let's see what kind of town it is now. It is a 6. It is a standard frontier town. So let me set up a small standard frontier town and we will take it from there. Alright, so the small town is set up. Let's figure out what's actually in it. It's just a standard frontier town. So we have a sheriff's office, a blacksmith, a mutant quarter, and a street market. Luckily they don't have any injuries to speak of, nothing we have to get done. I really would like to get the Saloon Girl a better weapon. And she's got 4,000 gold or something along those lines, so she can afford it. So they are, of course, they're going to spend their $10 to stay in the hotel. Alright, so now that they've paid their $10, we'll do our daily event. Let me shuffle them. I think I shuffled, but I don't remember. Alright. Persecution. Filled with hate for the accursed mutant, the townsfolk form an angry mob and begin scouring the town to find and punish the unclean outsiders they have heard rumor of. Every hero must roll a d6 for each mutation they currently have. If any of these dice roll a 1, you have been discovered by the mob. This daily event is cancelled if there is a mutant quarter in town. Well, there is, and none of us have mutations anyway. Alright, so the Bandito is going to go to the mutant quarter because he wants to buy some dynamite. I think the Lawman will go to the sheriff's office. No, the Lawman is going to go to the blacksmith because he's going to buy a tomb chest as well because he's got 7 darkstone. The Marshal's going to go to the sheriff's office. And is there anything in the street market worth getting? I don't think so. Well, yep, I think we'll get some exotic herbs. So let's go ahead and roll for the events for each location. So we'll start with the street market. An 8. Hogs and horse thieves. Dark and foreboding, the back alleys of the street market stink of fish and filth. It smells like home. No event. Now we will move on to the mutant quarter with the Bandito. 9. Party in the streets. Celebration and music spill into the streets from a local festival in the quarter. Each hero here may immediately make a luck 4 test to join the festivities. For each 4+ rolled, heal D6 sanity or health, any mix. Also, if 1/6 was rolled, gain a sanity. So he's going to try his luck. What is his luck? Oh, he's only got a luck of 2, so all we can hope for is a 6. And no. So nothing there for him. Alright, so next we will go to the blacksmith. Another 9. Forging sale. Business is slow. All purchases are reduced by $50. That's good. And then last is the sheriff's office. 4. Insane ramblings. One of the prisoners is rambling on in his jail cell about the insignificance of humanity and the coming of the dark gods. It is hard not to be unnerved by it. Take 2d6 horror hits. If the number rolled is doubles, also move the marker 2 space forward on the town event track. Ugh. So 2d6 horror hits. 7 horror hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he ends up taking 3. No. Yep, 3. 3 sanity damage for the U.S. Marshal. So much for visiting the sheriff's office. Alright, so we're going to start with, we'll start with the Bandito, and we'll just go around. Really the only thing he can and wants to do here is to buy dynamite, and he can only buy 2. They're 175 each. Yikes. So, well, he's going to buy 2 for 350. But they came in handy last time. No, that's all he's going to do. Alright, so now we will move to the sheriff's office. We will draw a low threat card. Bandits. So, any bandits now, we get a warrant. We get a bounty. So, until the end of the next adventure, enemy listed on that card is worth gold when killed. Enemies with a fixed XP value are worth dollars equal to their XP value. Alright, now, and he's already bought the Punisher. He doesn't need anything else. So that's all he's going to do. Next is the blacksmith. Well, he's going to buy a tomb chest as well. It's 600 but minus 50, so it's only $550 for him. And he can put those 7 Darkstone away. I don't think you can't sell Darkstone there, can you? Alright, and then last but not least is Saloon Girl is going to buy some exotic herbs. They're 200 gold. And what does lantern oil do? Could reroll one of the dice for the hold back the darkness roll. And lantern oil is only 200 for a chance to reroll. Nah. Not going to bother. And she's going to sell Darkstone. She has 4 Darkstone. She's going to sell them all. And we will get for them. So get 100, and is it 20 or 25? 20. So 100, 180, 240 gold. So the battery died just as the saloon girl was getting ready to sell a couple of items. So basically the only thing that has changed is this trusty pistol and straight razor got sold. The bandito selling the tribal swamp bow, and the lawman decided to sell the war paint and the deflection field. So that's all that's been missed, and now they're back in the hotel. I rolled for the end of day event. I rolled a 3, so there was no end of day event. So basically our heroes are back at the hotel, sitting in the saloon there. They're pretty much decided they're done with this small little town, but they've been talking to the locals, and they talked to the local Indian tribes as well, some of the tribal leaders. And what they found is that the Black Fang have become more bold of late, striking out to raid settlements and convoys much larger than they normally dare to hit. Survivors of these raids, though there are very few, they speak of a powerful supernatural champion leading the Black Fang braves into battle. Covered from head to toe in pure white war paint and wielding the power of the gods, this terrifying warrior is said to be unstoppable. Consulting the local Indian tribes, they tell you the legend of Kiare, an ancient and vengeful deity worshipped by the Black Fang. They believe that a powerful war shaman has used the magic of the Darkstone to become possessed by Kiare, now an instrument of his divine wrath. He is sworn to hunt down and destroy outsiders, ushering in a new age of darkness upon the world. So that is the new mission. They're going to go after this war shaman. The mission uses standard mine entrance, and the goal is to hunt down the Black Fang war shaman that has been possessed by Kiare. And to do that, you have to find 3 clues. The special rules on this one, the Black Fang tribe, they've set up in this area because of all the Darkstone that's around. And at the start of the mission, you put 2 Darkstone markers on each space of the depth track, and as it goes down, each hero can gain a Darkstone. So every room you go through, they get a free Darkstone, basically. And then whenever the darkness marker moves, you remove that Darkstone and place it in a pile next to the depth track, and then that gets added to the Black Fang tribe during the adventure to their Darkstone pool. This is a Black Fang adventure, and whenever the heroes find a clue icon, a surge of darkness erupts as the War Shaman grows in power. Immediately draw a darkness card as well as a growing dread card and add it to the stack. So really the objective is to find the 3rd clue. At that point, of course, you ignore any attacks or encounters on the exploration token. You ignore the doors. You reveal all the growing dread cards, and then you face an epic threat selected from only those that include a Black Fang war shaman. The war shaman that has been possessed has gained new power. He gains the keyword demon, and his crazed from Darkstone ability is replaced with Vengeance Strike. Anytime the war shaman rolls a 6 to hit, that hit ignores defense and armor, and a Darkstone marker is added to the Black Fang's Darkstone pool. Note that even though the War Shaman loses his crazed from Darkstone ability, the Black Fang tribe enemy group still comes into play with the Darkstone as normal. Once the War Shaman and all other enemies on the board have been defeated, the mission is completed. You get 50 experience, some Darkstone, and that's it. If you fail, well, they go on a rampage. They kill everybody in all the towns around them, and the heroes can't visit a town, but must proceed directly to the next adventure and take 3 corruption hits. So let me get it set up. I'll clean up the town, and we will go chasing the War Shaman. So our heroes are ready to climb into the mine. They're ready to chase down our warlord here, who finally get to use, our shaman. And what we're going to do is, first things first, is we are going to attempt to hold back the darkness, and we do. So first to move will be the Saloon Girl. She moves 4 or 5. Then the U.S. Marshal can move. Oh, so he moves all the way to here. And he's going to go ahead and look through the other side. Take his 5 experience points. Draw. No exploration token. Cross pass. Alright, so now Lawman goes. 4 plus his 1. And the Bandito can go 4. And the Bandito will scavenge. And he finds something. And he gets a small find. 25 gold and 10 experience. So that's the end of that turn, so we will go ahead and hold back the darkness again. We do not. And the Saloon Girl can move. She'll move 3. Oh no. They're just going to go straight across, I think. Now the Marshal will go. He is not going to look through this time. We'll let the Lawman and the Bandito. 5. Alright, and that is the end of that turn. I'm not going to bother scavenging, so let's try and hold back the darkness again. Ugh, Falling Rubble. I'm pretty sure that's what that is, since I seem to roll that one a lot. Falling Rubble. The rocky ceiling of the mine shaft is unstable and prone to collapse. Each hero in the mines immediately takes D6 hits. So, let's look at the... Start with the Saloon Girl. She takes 3. And she defends 2, so she takes 1, but she does have her 6 plus armor save. And she doesn't get it. So she takes 1 wound. Now the U.S. Marshal, he takes 3 as well. And he saves 2, and he has a 5 plus armor save, so he takes 1 wound. Bandito takes 4. And he takes 1, but he has, because of his Serpent Skull helmet, a 5 plus armor save. And he doesn't help him either, so he takes a wound. And last but not least, the Lawman. He takes 2, and he saves them both. Well, I've had worse runs. So, Saloon Girl will move. Oh, she takes a sanity, but she gets a grit. And she moves 2, and she will look through the door, taking 5 experience. Draws the map tile, and it is a summoning circle. Expiration token. Alright, so next it is the Marshal's turn to move. He is not, I don't think he's going to do anything. We'll let the Bandito move. Oh, he gets to go, he gets a grit. And then the Lawman. And he gets a grit. Wow. Now, end of turn, let's reveal the Exploration token. It is a clue. 2 encounters. Right, so first, because it's a clue, something bad happens. Immediately draw a Darkness card and a Growing Dread card to add to the stack. So a dark, let me shuffle these because I don't know if I did or not. So Darkness. All demon enemies are now +1 combat. Okay, yep, we'll just have to live with that. And then a Growing Dread card for the stack. And I forgot the whole 2 Darkstone. Let me get some Darkstone and set those up real quick. Okay, I just threw some crystals that I had from some game. I don't even remember why I got them back there. To remind me about the special Darkstone rules. So we moved forward 2 rooms now. So that means each hero should get 2 Darkstone, if I'm reading this correctly. Whenever the hero posse marker moves onto a space of the depth track with a with a Darkstone on it, each hero may gain a Darkstone. I'm just going to keep track. I'm going to do that at the end. Oh, that's going to be awful because, man, the number of corruption hits they're going to take. Okay. And then each time the darkness marker moves onto a space of the depth track with a dark stone, remove the dark stone and place it next to the deck. Next time the heroes fight the Black Fang tribe, they get these extras into their pool. So it's gone 1, so there's the 1 freebie there. And now there are 2 encounters. And I've been doing it wrong off and on, sometimes right, sometimes wrong, but I roll a d3 every time we do an encounter. The question is, do you do it for 2 of them? 1 or more encounters, even in another world, on a d6 roll in 1, 2, or 3. So there are going to be 2 regular encounters, and on a 1, 2, or 3 you get a Black Fang. So we get a Black Fang and 2 regular encounters. So Black Fang encounter, scratched in bone. Bones line the walls here, ceremonially positioned to form patterns and runes along with stones, feathers, and trinkets. As you look closer at the bones, you can see that they are etched all over with some sort of writing and symbols. Without thinking, you find yourself reaching out to touch a skull. The scratched-in markings glowing bright in response with otherworldly energy. A spirit foretest. And then a regular mine encounter. Gateway to another world. A shimmering portal to another world fills the room with dancing light. This room has 1 extra door that is a gate. If all the exits already have doors on them, choose randomly to make one into a gate instead. And then on a 1, 2, or 3, something emerges from the gate. And then, from my cold dead hands, a dead outlaw sits on the floor here, propped against the far wall. In one hand he holds a tattered satchel, in the other a 6-shooter aimed into the room. A twisted smile stretched across his decayed skull face. Choose, you can take the satchel from his hand and do a strength 6 test, or you can let the dead lay and no effect. So if you fail, if successfully you draw 3 loot cards. If any ones were rolled, test. The dead outlaw has his revenge. His body's rigged with dynamite and explodes, and every hero takes d6 wounds, ignoring defense for each one that was rolled. Alright, so we've got some problems. Alright, so first let's just do the gateway to another world. There's supposed to only be one door, so we're going to have one door and one gateway. So is this the gateway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're rolling for the door. 6 of the doors over here, and the gateway, the portal, is over here. So we've got a portal here. Next, every hero does a Spirit 4 test. For every 4 rolled, you can choose one hero to be protected from the energy discharge. Each hero not protected must discard a grit. If at least 1 6 was rolled, all protected heroes may also recover a grit. So who has... oh, it's a random person. Okay, so we get a d8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is the Saloon Girl, whose spirit is 3. So she rolls 2 4s. So choose to protect... well, so she will protect herself and the marshal, and that means that the lawman and the bandito each lose that grit they just got. And then, do we want someone... you know what? We're just going to ignore. I'm not going to try and get anything out of his cold, dead hands. Alright. So those are the encounters. But we do have our first clue. Alright. So, time to try and hold back the darkness again. A 10, they do. Alright. Saloon Girl is first moving. So she can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to let the marshal move next. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. He recovers a grit on a 6. On 1s and 6s. Alright, so now let's let the lawman go. He gets his grit back, but he still only moves 2. And then the bandito. He can move 4. 1, 2, 3. We are not going to scavenge. I'm not looking through any doors. So that was an uneventful turn. Hold back the darkness. 7 we do. Saloon Girl. She will move to here. She will look through the door. Well, actually no, she won't. She's not going to. She's just going to wait there. Next we're going to let the bandito go. So, and he recovers a grit on a 1 or a 2. So he got his grit back. He's going to move there. We're going to let the lawman go now. 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll let the marshal go. He doesn't get a grit, but he will now look through into the next area, and we get a mid passage, no exploration token. But we go one more here, Like I said, I'll do the dark stone at the end. So, once again, time to hold back the darkness. We do not. Another dark stone into their pile. We draw a darkness card because we're on a blood splatter space. Savage attack. During the next fight, all enemies are -1 defense but gain 2 combat for their attacks. Okay. We'll let that one roll too. Alright. Saloon Girl's roll her move. 5. Now we're going to let the U.S. Marshal go. He gets a grit. And he gets +3 to his move. So he's there. He's going to look through a T-junction. No exploration token. But we got another one of these. This is not doing us well. Now it is time for the lawman to move. 5, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now for the bandito. We're all caught up. So, time to hold back the darkness. 8, 9, we do. Saloon Girl can go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. She is not going to look through yet. We'll let the Marshal go next. 2 plus. He gets an extra 3. So, and he will look through. One more. And the broken lift. And now, turn around, boys. Now the lawman. And the bandito. Ooh, he gets another grit. Then he can move 2. 1, 2. That is the end of the turn, so we will flip the exploration token. Encounter times 2, 1 door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one over here is the door. Which means this one is not. On a 1, 2, 3, we also get, we do not get an additional encounter. So just 2 encounters. The Curse of Coronado. An echo of dark laughter rings in your mind. This chamber, that passage. It all looks familiar. Is it possible that some unforeseen force has been leading you in the wrong direction? Move the hero posse marker D6 spaces backwards on the depth track. For the rest of this adventure, the heroes need to roll one higher than normal to hold back the darkness. This card may be cancelled as though it were a darkness card. Well, you know, I'm going to save my cancels because next room, actually, let's see. Next room, anyway, we would be going up. So let's move it back. D6. Oh, we'll move it back 6, so we go all the way back to the beginning, but it's still an 8. I don't know what that's... Alright, and then broken lift. An old mining lift lies... I randomly picked this one. An old mining lift lies at the far end of the room. You might be able to get it working. You can try to repair it, or you can ignore it. A cunning 6. Everybody does a cunning 6. If successful, gain 25 for each 6 rolled. If at least one hero passed the test, you get the lift working and bring it up to find valuable goods inside, so you each get a loot. If no hero passed the test, all the noise has attracted attention. Alright, so cunning 6. So the saloon girl has a cunning of 3, and she does not pass. The marshal has a cunning of 4, and he does not pass. Ruh-roh. Oh, the lawman has a cunning of 4. Ah, he passes. So he gets 25 experience. And the bandito has a cunning of 2. And of course he actually gets 2. And everybody gets a loot card. Shuffle these up. Saloon girl gets a dark stone. Well, we don't need any of those, but okay. The U.S. Marshal, oh, he draws an artifact card. Crushed Darkstone. You may consume the Crushed Darkstone and discard to heal 2 d6 wounds and double your combat until the end of the turn. If you do, you also gain a corruption, ignoring willpower. That's an interesting one. Okay, now the lawman. D6 times 50 gold nuggets. Ooh, wow, he gets 300. And finally the bandito. He gets 25 and 30 experience. And I forgot to do the experience for all those. So he 20 experience. 20 experience. And 30 experience. That was exciting. And now time to try and hold back the darkness again. Uh-oh. I do not remember what double ones are, but I think it's bad. Ambush attack. There are fiendish creatures and demons in the dark places of the world. Ambush attack. Draw a threat to immediately ambush the heroes. I know he was here before I knocked everything over. Alright. They draw medium threats, which is draw 2 low threat cards. Great. Oh no. D3 Ghost Warriors and 1 Slasher and P Hellbats. So, alright, D3 plus 1 Ghost Warriors. Alright, so 2 Ghost Warriors. And a Slasher and 4 Hellbats. Let me get all that together. So as a recap of these monsters, Slashers are a beast that have Fear 2, and their critical hits can only reduce their defense to 2 rather than 0. They are 3+ to hit. They have 2 combat, though they have 4 combat this go round. And their defense is 4 and their health is 6. So we have 1 of those, and they get 2 elite abilities. So elite ability 1 and 2. Make sure we can get this out of the way now. Five and 4. So 4, he is +2 combat, and 5 is +2 combat. 4 is their Fear 2 is replaced with Terror 2. So it's everybody on the map tile, not just those next to him. So then we have the Hellbats. Hellbats are a demon, so not only are they +2 combat, they're a demon, so they are +1 combat, so they're +3 combat, which they already have 3. And they hit on 3s, but then we do 1 damage, and then we have 1 health. And their defense is 2, so really their defense is 1 because of the -1. They're initiative 6, so they're pretty quick, and they get 2 elite abilities. 1 and 3. 1 is Tenacious. They are +2 health and +2 defense. Great. And then last are the Ghost Warriors, which I am so sick of. They are always ambush and are +2 combat on the first turn in ambush. They're immune to critical hits. I did not know that. Hold on. Immune to critical hits, and hero ranged attacks will only hit them on rolls of a 5+. They move through other models, and they are +2 damage on hits from and against heroes with a spirit of 3 or higher. They have 2 combat and 3 damage. And they're demons as well, so they're +1 combat. Great. And their 2 elite abilities are 1, they have Fear 2. And 5. Oh no, they now ignore armor and cause a horror hit. Alright. They are initiative 7, okay, but they start in ambush. So they start in ambush. He comes here, and it doesn't really matter because they'll all catch up. So let me four and 5, 1 and 3, 1 and 5. And I will do my best to keep all of these rules straight. So the Ghost Warriors are initiative 7, but they're in ambush, so they're initiative 8. So they get to go first, and they have 1 and 5. So they are fear 2. That's okay. 5. They ignore armor. Oh, that stinks. Okay. They are normally 2 combat, but they're +2 combat on the first turn, so they're 4 combat the first turn. Five because of the demon. All demons are +1, and 6, 7 because of this savage attack. So they get 7 attacks each. And they can change targets each turn. Okay. So 7 attacks on the Saloon Girl. They hit on 4s. Okay, so 3 hits. She can defend, and she defends them all. Alright, 7 attacks on the Marshal. And 3 on him as well. He can defend. Oh, and he defends 2. So that causes 3 damage. So he takes 3 wounds. And I forgot Comforting Presence last turn, which would have healed his 1 wound. The Lawman was not next, or the Bandito wasn't next to him, so he didn't get it. Also, each combat hit also causes a horror hit, so 3 horror hits on the Saloon Girl, and she takes 2 sanity damage, and there were 3 on the Marshal. And he takes 2, so they each take 2 sanity damage as well. Okay, so that's their turn. So next are the Hellbats. They can't get to anybody. They were not in ambush. Wait a minute, I forget. They move through other models and change targets each turn. So I guess they can actually fly to this side. So they could actually get in here to do this. So there would be 2 of them attacking the Lawman and 2 attacking the Bandito. So, and they get 3 combat each, but they're +2 health and +2 health and +2 damage. But they get 1 extra hit attack because they're a demon. +2 because of this Savage Attack card. I should have gotten rid of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they are 6. So 12 attacks on each. Alright. So they hit on 3s. Yikes. So the Lawman takes 7. He defends. Ugh. He takes 5 damage. Five wounds on the Lawman. And now on the Bandito. He also takes 7. And he saves 3 of them. But he has his 5 plus, is it 5 or 6 plus armor? He has a 5 plus armor, so 4 for 1 damage, so... Oh, wait a minute. Their hits do plus 2 damage. Yikes, okay. Alright, so that would have been 15 wounds over here. So he would have re-rolled, he would have used a grit to re-roll. So let's redo that. Re-roll the, I think was it 5? Yeah. So he re-rolls the, we're going back to the lawman. He needs to re-roll his saves on those 5. So he ends up taking 3. So he took 9 damage. Now, well, this is going to be a quick end to this. Now the Bandito had 4, so, but they're 3 damage each, so he's going to roll his 5 plus armor in batches. So he took 4, so he's up to 7. 8, 9, 10. He takes 10 damage. Okay. So now it is the Saloon Girl's turn. So she has 2 attacks. God, I gotta get her something better. She gets to re-roll 1. So she's got 2 hits. And their regular hits, these guys' defense is 3. They're -1, so their defense is actually 2. She's going to put them both on this guy here. Well, yeah, there's no way she can kill it with 1 roll. So, well, she's +2, so she's going to put the first one on this guy here. That's a 6. That's enough to kill him because of his his 2 defense, because he's -1, takes her down to 4, but she gets +1 for her dirty fighting and +1 for her axe, so she actually kills him. And then she's going to put her other one on the other guy, and another 6, so she actually kills him too. Wow, okay. Which gives her 120 experience. And they're gone. Wow, thank goodness. And now it is, let's see, we've got 4. Everybody's initiative is 4, so the slasher gets to go next. His move is 5. 1, 2, 3. He's in front of these 2. A 1, 2, 3. He attacks the Saloon Girl. A 4, 5, 6. It's the Marshal. He attacks the Saloon Girl. He is 2 combat. Plus, he's +2 combat because of his Lashing Tongue Elite ability. Plus, he is not a demon. He's a beast. Oh man, I wish the lawman could shoot at him. But he is +2 combat because of the Savage Attack card, but he's -1 defense, so his defense is actually 3. But 6 attacks on the Saloon Girl, hitting on 3s, and I forgot to do the fear. I'll do that right after. Actually, let me do that first. So he is now, he's a terror 2, so they each should have taken 2 for that. And the Ghost Warriors, nothing. Oh no, they were 2 fear, so she would have taken, so the Marshal would take 2 fear from the terror. Oh, he hasn't gone yet. Never mind, it's only the Saloon Girl that's gone. So she takes 6 total sanity hits, 2 from each of the Ghost Warriors that were next to her and him because of the terror. She's going to use a grit to re-roll. Well, wait a minute. That'd just be 5. Nah, she's going to take that. Okay, now it is the Marshal's turn. He takes 6 attacks on the Saloon Girl. That's where we were at. Because 2 combat plus an extra 2 here, plus his Lashing Tongue is another 2. So 6 attacks on the Saloon Girl. Ooh, and they all hit. She can defend on 3s. She takes 1. And that is D6 damage. 4 damage, but she has her armor. And so she takes 3 damage. Okay. Now it's the Marshal's turn. He's got his Punisher. So he will attack. He can re-roll 1 because of his Bandolier. And he still misses. You know what? He's gonna go ahead and put it on the Slasher. And he rolls an 8. -3, so 5 damage. Oh, I wish there was a way he could, yeah, so 5 damage. And then he's going to use his Swamp Raptor Claw to attack. And he misses. He's going to use a grit to re-roll that. And he gets a critical hit. And he's only got 1 health left, so that will kill him. So that's a total of 15, 45, 55, 65 experience for the Lawman. And he heals. Does he heal? I can't remember if he heals a wound and a sanity. But he does not get to go again because it wasn't his Punisher he killed it with. And then it is now, nobody else has the fear problem. Slasher's gone. Alright, we're going to let the Bandito go next. He gets 5 attacks. These are not undead, so it doesn't matter. He gets to reroll 1 because of his glasses. So he's got 1 hit and 1 critical. So he'll do the critical on the Hellbat right there. That's a 6. That's plenty to kill 1 Hellbat. And then he'll do his regular on another Hellbat. And that is 5 minus his defense is normally 2, but it's 1, so that's 4 damage. But he's plus their 3 is their health. And I forgot to do their attacks on the Bandito. I'll do that in a minute. So he kills another one. Oh no, I did do their attacks on the Bandito, never mind. So he killed 2, which gives him 20, 30, 40 experience. Okay. So the Bandito has Sinister Laugh, so every time he kills something he can roll on a 5 or 6 on a d6 gives him a grit. So he gets a grit back, which takes him to his max grit. And now it is the Lawman's turn. Are these beasts? No, they're demons and void. Oh, I forgot. Saloon Girl actually gets +1 damage against void enemies. But she hasn't fought a void enemy yet, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so the Lawman's going to use his Peacekeeper pistol, which has 3 shots. because he gets +2 damage on anything that's higher initiative than him. So 3 shots. Ugh. It's 1 hit. Does he get a reroll for anything? Yes, he can reroll 1. So he gets 2 hits. He's going to put the first one on the Hellbat, doing 6. They have 3 defense, right? Yes, so they're at 3 defense, so that's -3, so 5 damage, so that's enough to kill one. And on this one, that's a 2, plus his 2 is 4. Minus their 3 defense is 1 wound, but they are +2 health, so it just takes 1. You know what? He's going to use a grit to reroll that. I just don't want to go another turn. No, no difference. So he just burned a grit. He still did one damage. And that is the end of the first turn. We will hold back the darkness. And an 8 we do. Hellbats are 6 initiative. Saloon Girl is 6, so the Hellbat gets to go first. They can change targets every turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going after the Marshal. Flap, 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 flap. And they're normally a combat 3, but they've got +2, so they're 6 combat. Right? 6 combat. So 6 attacks on the Marshal. They hit on 3s. So 3 defenses. Ugh. He fails 2 of them. And they're 3 damage each. So normally they're 1 damage, but they are +2 damage, so. So he saves 2 more, so he takes 4 wounds. But I forgot Comforting Presence last turn. So he'll heal a wound. And the Marshal will heal a wound, giving her 20 experience. And he just took 4 wounds. Saloon Girl's turn. So she will attack. That is 2 hits for enough damage to kill him. So she gets her 20 experience. I forgot to give the Lawman his 20 experience. And that is the end. So that was 2 different cards. So they get 2 loot each. But only the Saloon Girl went, so she can... Let's catch our breath. Saloon Girl, 3. She'll take it off her wounds. No, she'll take it all off her sanity. Alright. The Marshal, well, Comforting Presence first. The Marshal, he gets to heal 1, he'll take a sanity. Lawman, he does 1, he'll take a wound off. And the Bandito, 6. And he will take that off his wounds. So actually we're back into pretty decent shape after that. Now we will do loot cards. So they get 2 loot cards each. Or technically would it be 3 because they drew a medium which told them to draw 2 low. We'll just do the 2 each. Alright, so the Saloon Girl gets another Dark Stone and 50 in cash. And 50 experience. Now this is so many, I'm going to reshuffle each time. Alright, now the Marshal gets another artifact and D3, so he gets 2 Darkstone. And he gets 40 experience. And another artifact. The Judge, range 6, shots 3, uses the D8 to hit. 6, 7s, or 8s count as critical hits. He is going to give that to the Lawman, I think. Or does he give it to the... No, he's going to give that to the Bandito. Gun pistol, okay. Yep, he's going to give that to the Bandito. To go with his Dead Man's Iron. So that's going to give him... Yeah, that's going to give him 6 shots. Alright, that's good. We like that. He's going to hand that over at the end of this turn. Now the Lawman gets 25 in cash, and he gets an artifact. The Amulet of Trondo. Spirit Armor plus 5. That is awesome because he's the only one that didn't have any kind of armor. Oh, but it's Spirit Armor, but okay. And 25 gold and 50 experience. That's good. Spirit Armor's good. Keeps him from sanity, getting sanity damage. Okay, and now last, the Bandito. He gets 50 in cash, he gets 75 in cash and 50 experience. This is not nearly as interesting as the others. And that is the end of that turn. I think this is a good time to take a break, and I will come back later. I'll clean up the mess, and this one is done. I'll clean up the mess and I will return in a while.